Hey guys, welcome back to Makeup by Courtney. I'm Courtney, call me Court for short. And on this episode, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to do a high fashion look for less. Each product is going to cost less than $20. I'm gonna show you how to achieve this look right now. Let's get started.
Our first step is to prime. I'm using Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. It's a pore smoothing primer and I love the way it feels. It's like a veil on your skin. Next step, add our foundation. I'm using True Match Lumi and I'm just gonna use a beauty blender. I'm just gonna do a few pumps on the back of my hand. You don't wanna put this color all the way towards the top of your hairline, just so that you don't have to do too much blending when you're done. Next, I'm using just a concealer from e.l.f. By doing it right at the edges of my eyes and my nose and right up under my mouth, it's just accentuating those areas. This part is gonna look a little crazy, y'all, but bear with me. The end product is really, really, really nice. So next, I'm gonna use a sheer tint finishing powder, and then I'm just gonna set what I did with that e.l.f. concealer. Next, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Cream Contour palette, and I'm going to use the two darkest colors on the bottom. I'm gonna use my beauty blender to create the base of my contour. So I'm just gonna go right up underneath my cheekbones and right against my hairline, and also right up underneath my jawline, blending downward to create a sharper jawline, more pronounced cheekbones, more definition to our forehead. My next step is going to be to highlight. Highlighting essentially is just bringing forth the best parts of your face, and shading or contouring is just the parts that you don't want to bring so much attention to. You draw attention away from that. And I'm going to highlight right up under my eyes. I'm just going to concentrate it right up under my eye and blend it out towards my hairline on my cheekbone to really accentuate my cheekbones, because I think those are the best part of my face, so I really like to play them up. The next step is going to be the Milani Baked Blush. When you smile, the highest point of your cheekbone is where you're going to put this blush, and it kind of serves as a transition color between my contour and my highlight. So when I turn to the side, it kind of gives you a naturally flushed look. Next step is gonna be brows, guys. So I'm using my NYX. It's a micro brow pencil in chocolate. Just recreate hair strokes, the same thing that my brows doing naturally. I'm gonna follow the line of my brow and just use small hair strokes. Next step, my Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara. This is great if you don't have a brow gel on hand, just to keep your eyebrows in place. The next step is to take a small concealer brush, and I'm gonna mix my concealer and my foundation color. And then I'm going to carve out my brow underneath. I'm not gonna do this process on top because I don't like a super sculpted brow look. I like it to look really natural. I promise you're gonna look glamorous after, but we do not want the crime scene brow look. Now I'm using a beauty blender to blend that concealer foundation combo down onto my eyelid. Whether you like it or not, eyeshadow is all about highlighting and contouring as well, and we always wanna highlight our brow bone. So I'm going to set underneath my brow so that that concealer doesn't become shiny. Anything that's wet, you set. My next step, I'm using my contour powder like I explained before, and I'm going to use a fluffy crease brush to work that into my crease and down my nose as to lift my eyebrows a little bit. And then I'm gonna use a beauty blender to blend that out, any harsh lines I have. Next, I'm gonna use my Milani Gilded Gold eyeshadow palette. The first color I'm going to use is that color Legacy, that dark brown color. And I'm going to apply that to my outer crease to give me a little depth and definition in my eye. Next color I'm going to use is Fembot, this reddish brown color. And I'm going to pat that onto my lid. And next I'm going to put Boss Lady. It's kind of a rose goldish color. And with my finger, I'm just going to pat that on my lid. So I can give it a little shimmer, a little pop, without it being too metallic. Browns are always really safe to go with when you're doing a smoky eye. Soft browns, you can always smoke out on the edges with a dark brown and then add dimension like this with a pop of shimmer right in the center of the lid. Okay, next we're gonna use this color Doro, and I'm gonna apply that to the inner corners of my eye to give those a little pop. So next I'm gonna use that Fembot color again, that reddish brown color, and then I'm just going to blend everything out and see how it's giving it just that subtle smoky look. Next, the dark brown, and I'm gonna use an angled brush to take that right from the outer edge, and I'm gonna bring it inward. So I don't want it to be super dark, but this is gonna give it that flirtiness while keeping my eyes open, but still making it sexy. Next, I'm gonna use my Stay Put Matte Liquid Liner. I'm just gonna do a cute little cat eye, nothing too major, nothing too drastic. And I'm gonna draw a super thin line right from the inner corner of my eye to my lash line. Then I'm gonna create my wing by just making a small line, small precise line, and then connecting it to that line that we already made on the lid. If you're touching your face like I did, all you have to do is blend that out with the Beauty Blender. Great Lash Mascara by Maybelline. I love this mascara. It's super black. I would be applying this top and bottom if I didn't have any extensions on. Okay, next are my lips. My NYX Lip Liner in Nutmeg. This is my holy grail lip liner. I love it. I'm going to create a pouty look by overlining that Cupid's bow, drawing an X down into my mouth, and then just using the liner on the outer corners of the mouth. You're gonna do the same thing for your bottom lip. Right where your mouth kind of dimples in the middle, you're gonna accentuate that. So right where you see those kind of natural lines form. So this is you basically outlining the shape of your mouth, and then you just wanna blend that in. Guys, this is gonna give you the sexiest, cutest pout you want. Next, I'm gonna use my Black Radiance Perfect Tone Lip Gloss. Using glosses or balms with SPF in it is super helpful for me, and I love this color. So I'm just gonna apply this to the inner part of my mouth and then just it till it's blended with my lip liner. Last step, guys, I promise, is my setting spray. So I'm using Neutrogena Radiant setting spray for healthy skin. It's a booster and a skin perfector. And I'm just gonna spray that about 6 inches away from my face. And then I'm gonna use my Beauty Blender to press that into my skin to give it the most natural look I can give it. So it's gonna give you this super natural glow when you turn to the side. Look away, look back. Yeah. If your makeup doesn't feel like this when you're done, ladies, you're doing it wrong. Yes. All done.
In the next episode, find out how to DIY your own skincare regimen and facial routine from your very own kitchen. See you soon.